Today with Dr. Michael Salla, your source for the uncensored truth regarding the human, extraterrestrial, global, and political agenda. Click the like button and subscribe to this channel. And now, here's Dr. Michael Salla.
Okay, we are with JP, and he is my long-term contact. I've known him since 2008, and he has been in the US Army now for getting on 2 years, I believe. So, JP, why don't you just tell us what it was that prompted you to join the Army, and anything about your background that you want to share with the audience.
Hi, Michael. Good afternoon. How you doing? What made me join the Army was to be part of a generational thing. My grandpa, he was in the military, and I got other family members in the military. So, you know, it's one of those things, you know, in the bucket list kind of thing, you know, that you want to do. And yeah, that's what really wanted me, you know, to join the military.
Now, one of the things that I've spoken about in my articles about you is that you've had contacts starting in Brazil in 2008, and since that time, different people within the intelligence community and within the military encouraged you to join, join classified programs or to join the military. So, you know, what influence did that play in you deciding to join the Army?
I know there's a lot of classified stuff out there, and since I got my experience in Brazil, it really interested me to join also, you know, the military. My father, he's been through experiences. I don't know if in Puerto Rico, he's been through, you know, different experiences, and I went through experiences, as you can know, and as you wrote in your articles about me. And what I think is, you know, joining the military, I know you know me like for 14, 13, 15 years. I think it can bring credibility in the situation I was in. And joining the military, I think it could be, you know, experiencing what's happening right now will really, you know, a lot of whistleblowers coming out about the situation that's happening right now, the Pentagon letting loose the papers and all that. You know, it's, what can I say?
Okay. Now, when you joined the military, the Army, your military occupation specialty is as a quartermaster chemical repairer. So just explain, what is it that you do? You know, that's your regular assignment, that you've been trained to do that for the Army. So what kind of things do you do?
It deals with chemical pumps, all kind of pumps in the military, water going through pipes, and how water travels through underwater, or, you know, checking the systems, make sure they're not broken, checking the connections of electrical systems of certain types of water pumps. It could be advanced water pumps or unadvanced water pumps. And a lot of people use these kind of systems somewhere else, you know, more for top secret stuff that we do.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll get into that. So, I mean, one of the things that you said that you recently did a few months ago was that you were part of these classified missions to the moon, where you were doing things like setting up water pumps and de-icing. So can you explain what it was that you were being sent up to do on the moon?
more pulling security. You know, the first job as a soldier is to make sure everything is secure in your surroundings. So your first job is always protecting and pulling security and being told what you know, being told what you have to do. You know, secondary jobs coming after, you know, your MOS coming after, and you do that, you know, when they need it, because they already have the specialists, and they already have, you know, their people doing that they, you know, they know much more than what we know, you know, in those particular missions. So, you know, our first job in most, you know, is to, you know, pull security and make sure everything is right. And if they need me, I know how to do it. You know, secondary, you know, okay, he knows how to do it, and he's pulling security. Pull him over here, and let's see what's the situation, see what he can help you with. You know, but more in all, it was more pulling security.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about the actual missions to the moon? These were covert missions. Can you tell me a little bit about those?
Which moon?
The moon, like our moon, Earth's moon. Like you went there, you told me about missions to Earth's moon. So can you say a little bit about that before we talk about the other moon?
Yeah, sure. You go into a ship, you fly over there really fast. You enter to a protection zone that it's, once you enter these zones that enter into the moon, you know, surrounding of the moon, there's always a ship there monitoring and making sure that we go where we need to go. And there's always, you know, that security before entering what is the facilities of the moon. So you always have somebody behind you or in front of you pulling that security, making sure you are there to do what you need to do. You know, you're doing that mission. You know, like, for example, 1969, when Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong and they went to the moon, Buzz says that, you know, there was always a light following them, you know, making sure that, you know, like monitoring them. And they've been doing this for a long time. They know what they're doing. You know, those people in the moon, they know what they're doing. And, you know, we just go there to do what we're told. You know, they give us the helmets, they give us the breathing tools that we need. Huh?
And you told me that you were flying on hybrid craft that had been built and were being used by US Space Command that also had Nordic extraterrestrial technologies.
Yeah, it's used by us, and it's also used by other ETs. You know, it interfaces with different species of extraterrestrials and humans, you know, and different races of humans.
And you told me that they made you do lots of missions. You're flying back and forth from the Earth to the moon for lots of big construction projects.
Sometimes you forget a lot of things that happens, you know, on the moon. You know, on the way back, they put you in this room and you just forget. And later on, you get these flashbacks. Oh, that's what happened that particular time, that moment. You know, you remember here and there about the missions and all that, but not fully. You don't fully remember all the missions. And it's tough. That's tough because there's a lot of us going through the same situation. And it's really tough because not everybody on Earth knows what's happening. You know, everybody's living in the box. And when they realize that when they see what's happening in the big picture and all these people start coming out, all these whistleblowers really start coming out, you know, people are going to realize the truth.
Right. And that's what you're doing now. Now, you say that part of the standard operating procedure is that soldiers, you included, when you do these missions, when you come back to Earth, memory wipes happen, and most soldiers forget, but you remembered.
Yeah, there's some soldiers that they do remember. I remember one of my friends, he's a specialist. He tells me people that more are entwined with a spiritual, you know, with a spiritual life and are entwined with music and sound. It's a certain part of the brain that is in charge of language and music and creativity. Those type of people are more prone to remember the situations that you've been through in your past life, and you know, the SSP, the program, certain kind of programs, you know, and it's the way they take it away is basically with sound and different types of technology that they have that zooms in you and goes through your pineal gland and just wipes out everything, you know. So people that are musically inclined and language inclined, they're more to remember the past of their missions.
Well, I remember a couple of months ago, this was after you told me about the moon missions, and I wrote an article about it. You said that you had an encounter with an extraterrestrial, Lovent, you used the name, and he told you to get ready for an upcoming mission to Ganymede, to the moon of Jupiter. So tell us about that encounter you had with Lovent. You know, who is he? How? What happened? And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Lovent, he's an ET, but he's human-like. You know, he looks Indian type of, you know, descent. So he came up to me saying, "Oh, we have a mission," all that. I just started now recapping of what happened over there and how many friends and how many cool people I met over there in the moon Ganymede. You know, they're really cool people, and cool ETs, you know, to make friends with. We made friends over there, and I just wish people on Earth understand how many nice different ETs and cultures there is out there working together. You know, a lot of people look at Star Trek and they see it as a show, but man, that's the biggest drip drop in the history of humanity if they understand what is that. You know, when I went to the moon Ganymede and I was there, I remember pulling security, but also just having fun. Not having fun, but like talking to other cultures, talking to, you know, they may look different, they may look weird, but we're all practically the same, and we share things about our family. We share, you know, sad stories, good stories. They're just like us. It's just they're more advanced, you know, and that's something that they keep to themselves, and they don't share about how advanced they are. It's like rude, you know, you sharing, "Oh, I'm more advanced than you, so that you can't do this and you can't do that." You know, they don't show that. They're your friends and they teach you, and you know, it's really new. If somebody that's new that does this and they go over there, it's weird. It's a weird situation you're in because you don't expect to see ETs are people that are different than you. You know, they're taller.
So let's be clear here, JP. We're talking not just you, but we're talking about many soldiers, including people from the US Army and maybe other countries' militaries,
Other countries
being sent to Ganymede to work with specific missions dealing with the extraterrestrial life on Ganymede.
Yeah, it's not, the thing is, it's not only Ganymede. It's different facilities around Saturn, Jupiter, the asteroid belt, right by Mars, Venus. It's different parts of the galaxy and our solar system. It's really interesting when you think about it. And all this is coming out now. You know, all this is really coming out. And people that thought that we were nuts talking about this, now they're realizing that it's the real deal. It's happening. And like, I got told that 2024 is going to be a big year of disclosure, and 2023 after this administration is done.
Okay, so you went to the moon of Jupiter's moon Ganymede, to perform.
I'm sorry if I get, carried away in different things. It's just, I guess that's how my mind is. I'm sorry.
I understand, but focusing on Ganymede for the moment. So you went to Ganymede, and you told me also recently that there was a very new group of powerful extraterrestrials that had just come into our solar system, and that they had taken up residence on Ganymede, and that was part of the mission that you were sent on with all of your Army and Air Force and other military personnel to go to Ganymede to meet with these extraterrestrials. What was the purpose of it?
We were bringing material and stuff that we have here in the moon and we have here on Earth, stuff that we have built, like crafts or weapons. It's not really weapons, but you can use it as weapon. I call them weapon because if this type of technology is on a wrong hand, it could be used as a weapon. So anything I say I say weapon is a technology that it exceeds human beings. So if it's on the wrong hands, I call it a weapon, because if somebody uses it the wrong way. But we were there to bring different kind of stuff that I can't really talk about, but I'm already saying a lot. But it's different kind of ships, different kind of weapons, and transporting kind of devices that we can bring to that planet to help out the people that are working in those facilities better. It's like an upgrade of different things that they need, that we build, that we bring to them, and pulling security at the same time, because we have to bring the armada and pull security, make sure everything is going right. But we know that there was powerful beings coming to Ganymede. They're really powerful, and they really know a lot about the universe, and they really know a lot about what's happening in the present and what's going to happen in the future. So they're really like in different timelines, working in the same time. So but our job is to do what we're told. We go to Ganymede, we drop off the equipment. Even though you feel the presence, you feel peace, you feel something beautiful that you never felt before. And when you're in the presence of these beings, you just feel like your mind opens, your connects to the universe, and it's a weird experience. You feel peace, you feel like what all religions illustrate that you feel, and once you do that, you do your mission and you head out and you're passing and you get out of Ganymede where they're at. That's when you realize, wow, what an experience, how beautiful, how fragile we are, how it is what it is, Michael.
So these beings being in their presence, it just elevates your consciousness, and it obviously has influenced you. And is it influencing other soldiers that are being part of these covert missions to Ganymede?
Oh yeah, it's influencing a lot of how you come back treating everybody so beautifully and so good, you know, and so beautiful. You treat people beautiful. You treat humanity as a delicate. You treat everything in the world as really delicate. You look at the tree talks to you. You're like, wow, like not literally talks to you, but you know, it talks to you. It's living. You look at everything, and everything happens for a reason. Like when you come back, you know that everything is happening for a reason, to exist. It's like everything is connected.
So is this part of the reason why you feel it was important for you to come forward to start revealing the truth about these classified military missions to Ganymede, to meet with extraterrestrials?
It's not. I don't see it as classified because it's already out there. It's people know about this. It's just they're scared to talk about it already. You know, it's just, oh, not yet. We shouldn't talk about this yet, but you can still talk about it because it's already out there. You know, people are already doing it. It's just a matter of time that we're going to have the president speak and say, hey, you know, this is happening. This has been happening, and it's time for the reveal, you know?
Mm-hmm. So you've spoken to other servicemen. Are there people that you work with in the Army that have been part of these missions as well, that are wanting to talk, wanting to reveal what's going on?
Not really. They want to stay quiet. Mm-hmm. See, also there's really, it's like, let me see about how can I say this about the military? Everywhere you go, there is bad people influenced by bad things, and there is good people influenced by good things and good people and good, you know, and that's what's happening inside the military sometimes, that there's good people and there's bad people, and good people do good things and bad people do bad things. And I don't know if you're understanding what I'm trying to tell you, mm-hmm. but that's why part of the, you know, reason why a lot of people stay quiet.
Okay. Well, you sent me this morning, a 3.5-minute video where you talk about Ganymede. So I'll play that as part of this interview at the very end. So okay. Do you want to give an introduction to that video for people that are watching this?
It's a video. I was, you know, by myself in the house, and I just decided to do a video about, you know, how it feels to come back and leave friends behind working in different places. It doesn't matter if it's Ganymede or other places, but yeah, leaving behind people that are doing something big for a better cause, for humanity, not just for the United States, for humanity all around our system and other solar systems. Mm-hmm. and ETs. You know, there's people working together, and it's tough when you see other people being lied to and trying to deceive others. And it's hard. It's hard when you see people that you used to looked up to doing something that bad people do. You know, what can I say? It's an introduction of how coming home from Ganymede, passing Jupiter, and going back home. It's a small video, but later on we're going to do bigger videos and longer videos.
Well, it's an incredible development. I'm so thankful, JP, that you've got the courage to come forward and tell people about these missions that are happening right now to Earth's moon and to Jupiter's moon Ganymede, as well as other locations in our solar system, and that this is happening, and that there is a space alliance. We didn't talk about Space Command, but I assume that US Space Command is the one kind of like running this from the Earth military side of things.
Yeah, no problem. Be blessed. Thank you for this opportunity. And I just hope everybody lives happy and be willing to share You know, I'm talking to everybody that's in the military. Don't be scared to share this information. It doesn't matter how old you are. You know, you could be from the 1960s, or, you know, this has been going on for a long time. Don't be scared to come out now to share this information. It's right now that we need this information out to share and to make humanity a better place, you know, the world a better place.
Well, thank you, JP. Wonderful that you've come forward. So thank you everyone for watching this. This is Michael Salla with Exopolitics Today. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel.
Coming back home from the moon, Ganymede, with the US Army. Hi, my name is JP, and I believe that soon a lot of people are going to come out in the military talking about their experience in the SSP. You know, leaving the moon Ganymede was really hard for me because we left a lot of good friends over there working, and they're going to be there for a long time. And also a lot of extraterrestrial friends that we made that are working on different facilities over there in the moon of Ganymede. You know, that moon is unbelievable. It has life, it has an ocean, you know, it has facilities under the ice, in the ocean. And we left, you know, when you leave there, and it's like, it's really hard because people just don't believe you on Earth. And then when you're like on the ship, right, and you're passing a beautiful planet like Jupiter, and you pass these different zones in space that are controlled by different extraterrestrial species, and you look out the window of your ship, right, and you look down in the planet Jupiter, and you see the clouds of Jupiter, the atmosphere of Jupiter, when you're, you know, you're a certain height, and you know that in those clouds there's like 40 to 50 mile wide ships or facilities floating in the atmosphere, and people are working there, and extraterrestrials are working on these ships that are hovering on the clouds in the atmosphere of Jupiter. And when you take that in your head, and you're passing these planets, and you're in the solar system working in the military, you know, because being in the military, you do what you're told, and, you know, talk about what you do. But soon, all this information is going to come out. Soon, a lot of people are going to come out. You know, look what's happening in the Pentagon. Look what's happening around the world with all these contacts that we're having. And soon, there's going to be a lot of drip drops. There's going to be a lot of things happening around the world that people don't understand why they're happening. But when you're in my situation, you see this out the window of your ship, right? And you're like, wow, I can't believe people on Earth don't know about this. You know, I can't believe that people don't know about our ship that are as fast as the speed of light. You know, when you have the ship, you know, facing the sun and going almost the speed of light heading towards Earth, and you're like, man, I just wish people on Earth knew about this, you know, and we have to stay quiet. But soon, a lot of people are going to come out and talk about this because we need to. You know, it's hurting a lot of soldiers out there. You know, we're not allowed to talk about it, but hey, some people have to talk about this. You know, when you have the ship passing the moons and passing the planets and getting close to the Earth, and you see the Earth, how beautiful it is, how fragile, and then you enter the atmosphere and you're in Earth and nobody believes you, nobody talks to you, you can't talk to nobody. It's kind of tough, but it is what it is. UA.